Hey everyone, it's evening now. Before I go to sleep, I wanted to make this video, and I just want you guys to use your common sense now, okay? This is not a conspiracy theory that I'm making. This is not some assumption based upon nothing. Just use your common sense, okay? North Korea is a hoax. North Korea does not exist. There is no sovereign state called the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. North Korea does not exist. And just ask yourself a few questions, okay? Why would the same people divide their country in two based upon a political indifference? Just think about it. It doesn't make sense. Furthermore, since the Korean War, there has been exchange between the north and southern provinces of Korea, and every year the ministers of South Korea and the ministers of North Korea come together to discuss how to invest in the provinces and the cities of Korea. So there is exchange economically, politically, and culturally between the two places. So if you are in a war with a country, you will not gather your ministers and send them to the country you at war with to discuss things about your own country. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Furthermore, there are multiple countries in Europe, Latin America, and Africa that has established political and economic relationships with what they call North Korea. Now hold on. North Korea, they say, is an enemy of the United States. The United States, besides Europe, is the most enormous economic and political power on earth at the moment. Americans have, military bases all over the world. So if there's a country that's against the USA, why would countries that are allies of the USA get involved in political and economic relationships with such a country? Think about it. And I'm talking about European countries now. Spain, Portugal. Such countries that are part of the NATO and the European Union, they have relationships with Northern Korea. If Northern Korea is what they claim it is, then no ally of the USA would ever get involved in any relationship with such a country. Ever. They even have embassies of North Korea in Vienna and other places in the world. Austria, that's a part of the European Union, has embassies of North Korea. How is this possible? Guys, these are inconsistencies, that make clear that it's a hoax. And there are more inconsistencies, okay? The whole North Korea thing is a hoax to make people believe that there is a war on terrorism going on. The media needs to have a scapegoat, a bad guy to blame, so that we can forget about our own problems and focus upon the bad guy. That's how the media works. That's how they did it with 9/11, by making the Muslims as scapegoats. That's still going on today. Northern Korea never existed. Okay, it's just a facade. It's just a show that Seoul is the capital of Korea. It's a facade that Seoul and Washington D.C., together with China, they keep this hoax going on to have a scapegoat to blame. Once in a while, the media will tell you about North Korea wanting to launch a missile, and people, in the West and other countries become afraid. Oh, there's a terror. There's a threat for terror. Oh, we need to have more cooperation between countries. We need to have, a stronger army for the United Nations. We need to have solutions. When people feel threatened, you see, they are more willingly to give up their freedoms and their convictions to achieve safety. So what does the media do? They create a scapegoat called North Korea. Once in a while they bring out fake videos claiming that Korea wants to launch missiles, and people feel afraid. And because people are afraid, they will overlook all the crimes of their own domestic governments just so that the threat would go away. Just think about it. Okay? A country as North Korea, if it's really that isolated from the world, it wouldn't last for not even a year. Yet, it's still in existence. It has a population of 23 million people. North Korea has universities. They have, national parks. They have, campuses. They have natural reserves. They have everything. They have tourist complex. They have casinos. They have, apartments for sale. North Korea is a wealthy place and they have a lot to offer. Why should a country that has so much to offer be against all the world, wanting to nuke the West? Come on, people. You're smarter than this. And if North Korea is real in such a dangerous place, then why do South Korean investors invest in real estate in North Korea? Why do South Koreans want to buy apartments and houses in North Korea if it's just such a dangerous place? People, you better wake up. This whole North Korea thing is a hoax. They have been using this hoax for the past 60, almost 70 years, just to blind people. Okay? So that's what I wanted to end this video with. North Korea does not exist. Korea was never split in two. There was a Korean War, so-called. I'm not going to say that never happened. Those people died. But Korea was never divided in two. Korea is still Korea. Seoul is still the capital. The whole North Korea, South Korea thing is a hoax. And many Koreans know this and realize this. Okay? It's us, outside of Korea, in the western part of the world, in Europe and America. It's us, that believe in this hoax, this fairy tale of North Korea. Because, realize this, North Korea is a threat. They are the bad guys, we are the good guys. Don't you see it? It's just something, childish to make us feel good about ourselves, to forget all about our crimes against humanity, by portraying such a little country as a big threat to the world. Folks, Korea is Korea. There has never been a North Korea and a South Korea. Open your eyes, people. You are being lied to. May the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with you, and may you open your eyes and reveal you the truth about what's going on. Good night.